Hello, how are you doing? I am beginning the stream an hour early, mostly because I would rather play the game, honestly. I've been meaning to play this game for a while. I am very excited to continue. But before we do, how are you guys doing? What's going on? So hot here in France? Ah ouais, t'as aucune idée. T'as aucune idée, le mec. Yeah, there's a heat wave going on in Europe at the moment. Everyone is trying to like get over it. People are being cooked alive, and it's not a pleasant experience. But this is why climate change is so important, and why we don't need to like stop talking about it. We need more green policies altogether, and yeah, like we should that should be like the main focus of leftism right now, I believe. I've heard a lot of like Trotskyists say that they find like the brand of communism incredibly toxic and that they don't really want to like employ it anymore, especially right now that like the biggest existential problem for humanity might actually be climate change. So yeah, it's if you're a leftist, please keep in mind that the thing that we should be talking the most about right now is probably green policy and stuff. Yeah. Trying to force myself to work on a script. What's the script about? I have seen you before. I think you're a YouTuber, but I forget what your channel is about. Hmm. Have I seen you before? I think in crowd circles I've seen you. Hmm. But I might be at a bit of a loss. Ah. Okay. Maledictus mal. Okay. No, I might be confused. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, we had a heat wave that was pretty bad a couple of months ago here, and then I was like, "Oh my God, this heat wave sucks." But then what happened is that I got a different I got one of those fans that's like really fancy because I didn't want to buy an AC. I find ACs like a lot of commitment, and I live somewhere that's like rented basically, and I didn't want to get a like an AC because you have to install it, and then maybe the owner of the apartment would give me like a lot of shit for installing an AC. So I got one of those things which is called an air cooler, and the air cooler is like actually very nice. It's like a more advanced version of a fan, but then the heat wave went away like almost immediately after. So right now I just have this like air cooler in my room, and I'm not using it for anything. Which is it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We make do with what we have. So yeah, think you may have me into comments under your secondary channel videos. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I think you posted on the liberalism video. Did you like that video? Do you agree with it? I saw that you posted a very long reply that you don't necessarily agree about scientific governments. Using a ventilator while soaking myself in water. Yeah, that's a smart idea. Air coolers are an interesting technology. I think the majority of them I've seen are Chinese. Basically, the way they work is that they fan the air, but at the same time they have this like engine running in the background, and what the engine does is that it helps air get cold in your cooler. So there's like a constant airflow that is being constantly cooled by air. So if you have a way within your home to make like a bunch of ice and then just kind of throw it in the air cooler, which has a water container, then you can make sure that you have air that is colder than the air in your room, blowing towards you. I have a portable AC that I have used in 3 years. Cheers. Okay, that's good. Right now, I should have gotten a portable AC, but I've been a bit of an idiot with money these last couple of months, so maybe I am glad I was a bit conscientious and I didn't get a portable AC. Yeah. I agreed with some and disagree with others, but I think it shows that you're well read, even when we disagree. Yeah, I am glad you think that. Right now, I am having some differences. I mean, I guess you can assume that from how we interact now, but I've had some differences with Kraut, and um, part of what upsets me about the way he's been like interacting with me and a few others is that he seems very much of the opinion that I'm like an ideologically motivated or possessed person, and that leftists overall are. And I can see where he's coming from, but like that's not the case with me at all. I came to leftist politics through like a bunch of hoops and hulas, so I am not like like a crazy communist, I guess. Don't get me wrong, there are crazy communists out there. I do think that someone like Vadim Panada, for example, is an incredibly toxic person, but I I don't know. I'm just chill, right? Like I'm a girl. I am disabled. I I can't afford to like be a venomous person on the internet, I guess. Um, don't get me wrong, I definitely try to be, but I can't sustain that level of animosity towards others. If you're getting one, make sure it has two hoses because the one hose you need to create permanent negative air pressure and it will never cool the room because it brings air from the rest of the... Ah, I see. Okay. No, I think I am fine with my air cooler right now because it's only for my room. And buying like an air conditioner would be a very huge commitment for this apartment. And even then, I might move cities in the next 2 to 3 years. So yeah, I mean, in my mind, I'm just like working with the environment as it is right now. I got something that's a lot more temporary. Yeah, I saw those conflicts coming from days I saw you becoming his a decomp. Hope you don't worry about it. No, it's fine. This is something that I think people should keep in mind whenever they have relationships with people in this kind of environment. But you know, as long as you respect each other, I think things are fine. I think yeah, you don't have to like hate anybody to have like this to disagree with them, and sometimes you can disagree with people. Uh, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you what I think about online disagreements, right? I think on the internet we often find people who have life experiences so different from ours that we get into this mindset where uh, we realize that there's human beings that are basically from they might as well be from like another planet, right? Uh, and when you encounter that kind of human being, you just get into this position where you know if you are a self-critical person that might reflect on you like holy shit, right? Like how did a human being get like so far from me, and how are they living a life that is so different from mine? You know, what choices led me to be someone so different to someone who might as well be, you know, like a member from my community, right? But ultimately, I think what helps get out of that mindset is just having a bit of stomach and understand that there's a lot of natural human diversity, and if you disagree with someone, it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It more so means that you are uh, with someone who's very different, and I think I believe in intolerance in that sense. I believe that it's best to have empathy for others, and yeah, I mean it's hard sometimes, but it's what we should do, especially if we're like politically savvy or politically concerned. Yeah, I personally don't believe Kraut is a genuinely political person. Me neither, but what can you do? Like it's really more he's yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel the same. I think you know, I know political people. It's weird for me, I guess, because I am someone who started getting into politics in 2012 during well, maybe even earlier, like 2010, 2011, during the Peña Nieto years. And I was a protester when back then in Mexico they were trying to like subsidize a bunch of state activities through rising the price of petrol, and that would raise the price on like basically every other good that existed in Mexico. They were doing that as like a consumption incentive, and a lot of the country disagreed with it. We were all very upset. There's never been protests of that nature in a bit, at least as far as I remember. And yeah, so those things which were known as gasolinazos, because you know it was like, you know, the impact of gasoline. That's when I started getting political. You know, I went to the marches, I hung out with the people, things like that. So in my mind, being political has always been tried to having the mentality to address specific issues and tackle specific issues and then engage specific issues going on in society and with people around you and with lived experiences, right? But I think on the internet there's not really the same kind of consciousness. Like right now, we look at what's happening in the world outside, and there's these conversations about climate change, tariffs, immigration. But oftentimes on the internet, the conversations are about like, oh, I don't like this guy, and this guy is related to this guy, and this guy is friends with this other guy, so I don't like any of them anymore. And uh, I find that all of that kind of infantile, and I guess over time I found it a little beneath me. Um, because I don't find it aspirational to like litigate other people's reputations unless I'm like actually organizing with them. And well, it is what it is. Well, congrats to joining the club of people who had that experience. I guess, yeah. Gonna stop now though. I don't want to hijack your chat for a group therapy. Yeah, sure. Zia. Hello, Zia. How are you doing? I saw you join my server and like maybe a couple of my and my Patreon, so I will thank you for that. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing right, but like recently I started gaining subscribers again after like months of bleeding them, mostly probably because he's VTubing related, but yeah. Oh my god, famous YouTuber Ravignon. Yeah. A lot of people still call me that. I jokingly call it like my YouTube dead name because I also transitioned while I used to be called Ravignon, right? But I don't think it's like bad if people call me Ravignon still. I like the name. I found out that it's like a real name, and the more people call me Ravignon, the more they, the more we can Boris Ravignon, who's like an actual politician from Macron's party, who used to use my name as well. So if you look Ravignon right now in Google, for example, you will find me. And you will also find like a real life politician called Boris Ravignon that is from Macron's party. And yeah, he has been trying to get bigger, and I am sure he knows about me, and he competes with me in SEO and things like that. So I don't hate the guy, but in my mind this is like a small way that I am fighting like neoliberalism in Europe. so so I'm cool with it, I am chill with it. Uh-huh. It's extremely hot and have a headache. Yeah, that's climate change for you. There's heat waves everywhere now. There's gonna be probably a super El Nino very soon, which is like a very big wave of hot water in the Pacific Ocean coming to hit the American continent, and that might create like hotter air everywhere, and that's not ideal. But like people won't stop using cars and they won't stop eating meat, so qu'est-ce qu'on va faire, right? Um, yeah. One of them is on the classical liberal tradition, which is more or less just the name for liberalism before it started dying from inertia. Yeah. I appreciate classical liberalism. I think under some definitions, I could reasonably be called a liberal, but um, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't call myself a liberal today because liberal parties are very different from me, and in the broadest political theory sense, I am a liberal probably, but I am not like uh yeah, like what would you say? Like a liberal in the sense of like, Democratic Party or something like that. Only Videoverse can destroy the new liberal beast. I hope so. And it sounds like a lot of pressure. Oh, never mind. We have like this background music that I wasn't playing. Huh. Not classical liberalism, classical radicalism. Yeah. Yeah, I normally I'm aware of it, or I'm familiar with it as historical radicalism. That's just kind of the name that I know it by. Because there's not really that many radical parties anymore. Most most liberal parties have been absorbed into like the neoliberal tradition and things like that. So it's it is a complicated situation that we're in. But yeah, classical radicalism. I like it. It's more militant. I think if we had that sort of consciousness right now, we wouldn't have the specific type of instability that we have at the moment. But we're kind of past the point where radicalism can make a comeback. I think radicalism has been co-opted. People are the people who wear that, even in like the Republican Party, because there used to be the Republican Party in the United States, there used to be like a radicalist faction in the United States within the Republican Party called the Stalwarts, which were like some of Lincoln's sometimes opposition, sometimes supporters. But the Stalwarts, they don't exist for practical purposes anymore. Yeah. Honestly, every time the state fails to tax Elon, Jeff, and other billionaires, it's a failure of VTubers. Yeah, fuck. I am so sorry. We're trying our best, Yeah, no, we are a bunch of fuck ups. We cooperate to keep the people asleep by giving them, anime women to look at and keep them, keeping them asleep. VTubers are counter-revolutionary. We are a psyop of the entertainment industry to keep people like under the thumb of big money. I mean, I don't know. I think the format can be used in a bunch of ways, right? Because realistically, all a VTuber is like a character, that replaces a person as a speakerhead. But by the end of the day, there's like people who don't appreciate. Yeah, I guess the format, because it's so tied to like gooner type of content, and at least I used to know another VTuber who attempted to do like history content a very long time ago, who told me that she felt like her colleagues, or like the people she wanted to approach, took her less seriously because she was using like a VTuber model for her presentation. And honestly, I get where she's coming from, right? Like, I don't think I don't think that the challenge she's discussing is a challenge that doesn't exist, but at the same time, I think as a YouTuber, you have to keep yourself humble and never take yourself too seriously. And if a way that you do that is by like being a cartoon, then be a cartoon, right? Like, yeah. Like, I don't aspire to like organize the takeover of a country with this channel. I am an entertainer first and foremost. I aspire to do like edutainment, so like educational entertainment. And I do have a real life where I am like politically active and politically significant in a bunch of ways, and yeah. But at the same time, this is not something that will come out necessarily of this channel. I think that YouTube videos have educational value, but given how YouTube works right now, especially with all the implementation of like AI tools and things like that, it's not necessarily the place where people will like create a lot of political change. It's mostly a place for education and entertainment to happen. Like, there's some educational value that will come out of here that is very real, but we're not gonna like overthrow capitalism with video essays, right? Like, can you imagine if Mao Zedong was like, this workers' revolution is sponsored by Skillshare. You too can gain the skills to start your own revolution by going to the link in the description. Which is, yeah, like, it's not it's not it's not the nature of the platform, right? It's not what we. It's not necessarily what we can do. So yeah, I think we should all just try to relax, have fun, not take things as hard, and just not get invested in drama. Like that's how I feel about it. But I understand that there are a lot of people who are very different from me, who might take entertainment in things, uh, in like a different way. I don't know. I find value in different things. I will say that. You have read, you have mouse read books. It went viral. This Landlord decapitation was sponsored by Ray Shadow Legends. You too can start your own beheadings by going to the link in the description using code Little Red Book. Using code 1,000 flowers will blossom. If I ever start asking for donuts, it will likely be through Throne wishlists and they will be in books. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Fucking this workers' revolution is sponsored by Shadow Legend. Yeah. So I don't know. Like we're here to do like maybe education and communication. We're not here to like fight any big fights. So at least aspirationally, that's what I am looking forward to. And now we are going to play a video game where I fish, and you guys are gonna stare. So stare. Okay, just give me a second, okay? Because I need. Okay, no, never mind. It's good. Okay, yeah, I. The volume is a bit too low, I believe. Okay, that's good. No, wait, I don't want to quit. I don't want to quit the game. Yeah. I don't know. I believe that, fun fact, DREDGE sent me on a month-long project of reading about 1.5k pages of biography of H.P. Lovecraft. Really? Wow. I mean, I guess the game is kind of has like cosmic horror elements, but I don't know. I think we live in a culture where cosmic horror has been so normalized and absorbed by the zeitgeist that when I personally think of cosmic horror, I don't necessarily think of like Lovecraft anymore, you know? But maybe that's just me. Maybe I should be humble and still recognize that like this guy he kickstarted the genre or something. I did not play the game myself. Oh, it has tons of cosmic horror elements, yeah. Mm. Holds a crucible. Oh, okay. Uh, okay. I remember what this is. So this is just like a set of instructions of like the island. I don't know what I'm doing here right now. I'm not really interested in doing the evil ending, I guess. I don't even know if there's like an actual evil ending. Like I said this on the last stream, but yeah, there's multiple endings to this game, I guess. And there's things that interest me. But I don't like bad endings. I don't normally do bad endings in video games because after playing Undertale, I just oh my god. Yeah, I just became the kind of person who really suffers with like the type of content of like bad routes, and I came to understand that about myself. So yeah, I guess ooh. They broke my they broke my fishing equipment. Shit. Yeah, I cannot do that. So but nevertheless I've come to realize that yeah, in this game there is a bad ending because there's like a mental health theme that is very clear, which is that you as like the player, I don't even want to say the player, but like you as the character have to go through like a situation where you have to like revive your dead wife or learn to let go. And I already read a cue which is very clearly telling me that I have to let go. And you know, the moment I understood that, I just kind of understood that that's what I want to do. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna rest, go to bed. Okay, so now we go to the foundry and okay, yeah. We're gonna make a bunch of these because there's like stuff of the game that we're trying to unlock. There's research parts. Okay, so I go to the tech lab now. Under market. We're getting repairs. So now we go to the tech lab. And we're gonna research this stuff. I don't really care about getting it, I care about researching it. And we need 5 more to get absorbs excess heat generated by haste engine. Oh, this might actually be very good. Increases the catch rate of your trawling equipment. I mean that I don't need that. Okay. So right now we're gonna undock and we're going to the islands over there and we're cleaning the oil. But I actually got interested in it because I wanted to learn about the cultural influence. I otherwise don't read fiction books. Yeah, he actually wrote very interesting essays on cosmic horror and narrative, which are really interesting. Yeah, I believe it. Um, I I don't know. It's been a very long time since I've read like literature. I've been meaning to read more, but I don't know. I guess it's been hard for me to get into like nonfiction recently. Uh, no. I mean into fiction because I'm the type of person that doesn't really read that. I guess normally when I read books, I'm usually reading research or I'm reading history, and I should get into the habit of reading more. Like, don't get me wrong, that's like a failing on my part that I'm not reading more um, history, but um, it is what it is. Right now, I was trying to read like books by Min Jin Lee, who's like an author that discusses what does she discuss actually? Let me communicate this clearly. I'm just gonna sell it, whatever. I have enough money to buy it as many times as I want. Oh, okay, so this is mangrove and coastal. This is coastal and shallow, and I can also buy coastal, shallow, and oceanic. Abyssal and hadal. Okay, I already have this one for abyssal and hadal. Okay, philosophy is my favorite fiction of books. Yeah. What was I saying? I forget. Okay, yeah. So, let's turn on the troll net, which is really just a thing. We're putting this one here, and do I have like crab? I need like the crab things as well. So I'm gonna buy some. Yeah, like I was reading a book by Min Jin Lee, which is called Free Food for Millionaires. I've been trying to like read it for a bit, I guess, but I don't really read fiction that much anymore. I find it difficult to sustain. But I should get into the habit of doing that because I think that nonfiction can be sometimes very pretentious, I guess. Not because like it is inherently pretentious, but because the aspirations of that genre of literature are sometimes very explicit, and I think that someone like Fyodor Dostoevsky has a better grip of psychology than most like self-improvement books. So if you're trying to do like self-improvement in like any of many ways, I think you would get a lot more value from reading Dostoevsky than reading, for example, Jordan Peterson. So that's kind of how I look at it. I'm not like um yeah, I'm not really like invested in like telling people what to do with their lives or what content they can enjoy or not enjoy, but speaking for myself, right? I at least don't get a lot of insight and wakefulness from some uh, nonfiction books that I believe are uh, less useful than other very insightful fiction books. So yeah, I actually got into more fiction because of reading the bio. Ooh, I see. For now, we're just taking fish. Ooh, we found a rare one. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Jordan Peterson. Like you guys, you might be surprised to hear this, maybe, but for me, the first Quebec, no, the second Quebec video is like an anti-Quebec. No, it's like an anti-Jordan Peterson video because like my thesis is that fuck it rotted. Yeah, my thesis is that this whole thing that he tries to propose to people as smart, which is like government by religion or whatever he's talking about. I think that is very dumb, and I think he doesn't understand the consequences of it or the general implications. But what can you do? Nietzsche has Dostoevsky reading. Yeah. Eh. There we go. I think I become a better driver, like IRL, through DREDGE because I understand how cars operate a lot better than I used to. Mostly because, this is like a rectangular object moving in a fluid, and uh, yeah, I guess if you understand the car as a boat, uh, moving through a solid fluid instead of like a person walking, then a lot of things start to make more sense. But that's just me, really. I don't really like cars. I don't really like driving. So yeah, it's like a progenitor to modern horror. I'm almost read it like the CCP genre grew out of it. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. I like CCPs. I think some of them are very creative. I've never been like super into the fandom, but like I like it. Oh, okay. Opabinia and the Nipponites. That's the thing that I'm looking for. Okay. Um. Okay, so I am selling the fish that I have, and I am going back, I guess. Yeah. Nietzsche has Dostoevsky reading. If you want to read more, taking books in places where you have to wait can help massively. Public transport. Yeah. Right now, what I am doing to read more, because I generally lost the habit of reading, right? Like, it wasn't just me doing things through that. What I started doing that has really worked for me was, well, I bought like a couple of like AirPods, I guess, and then I'm going to the gym and I am reading audiobooks. So like while I'm exercising, I have someone like speaking into my ear, little nothings of a book. I was reading Lord of the Flies recently because I am very frustrated by Lord of the Flies. It was one of the books that I was supposed to be reading in high school, but then my high school switched programs like in the middle of it all, and they removed that book from the vocabulary. And I was really upset. Like I was like actually genuinely upset because that was a book that I was looking forward to reading. And then, as time went on, I and that's like my own responsibility. I never made the time to like read that again. Okay, wait a second. There's something wrong here. I need to fix this. Wait a second. We're gonna make a small pause. Um, it's mostly that I think the chat bubble. No, the chat widget here is like a little high. Yeah, there you go. I had to update it. I don't know what happens with it. Like sometimes it just does that, and yeah, it stops scrolling. I don't understand, but oh well. Okay, so I'm looking for the oil spills. There we go. Here's an oil spill. Yeah, yeah, that's what I started doing. I'm taking like AirPods to the gym and then I'm just like listening to stuff. And I think a lot of people do that, but they do that with like podcasts. And I was reading Lord of the Flies because I really like the idea of like Lord of the Flies. I wanted to read through that book since I was like maybe 16, 17, but I lost the opportunity to read it because like my high school changed programs and they were trying to get us to read like adult what's it called, like young adult fiction instead of classical literature, and I found that so fucking condescending, bro. Like I started reading like Feed, which is like this book about like a bunch of teenagers that upload like I don't know like they upload what would I call this, like into their brains um they upload like internet into their minds. They have like a computer in their head, and the story is like about a guy that has like a computer in his head, and he's like having, the time of his life just kind of living with the computer. But then he meets a girl that doesn't have the computer, and it's like a manic, what's it called? Like a manic pixie girl thing, manic pixie dream girl, I think, where it's like, oh, she's so magical, she's not connected to the internet. And yeah, it was, I found the book so condescending. I didn't even read it, and I think that experience with literature was one of the worst things that could have happened to me before university, because the lesson that it gave me is that I could like you know skip homework and not engage with a piece of literature that was required of me, and I could like get away with it. And that was a very bad lesson that I've been trying to unlearn now that I have been advancing a bit more in academia, because like um I felt like I was engaging things that were so deeply uninteresting and unengaging to me, and nobody was doing anything about it, and they were just like expecting me to cooperate with the psyop that I just you know I I stopped feeling good about things. I stopped feeling good about my studies, and yeah, it's a bad way to feel if you're a student because it disillusions you. How is Lord of the Flies? Uh, it's okay. I guess the way I think of it is, it's like a guy who who had aspirations to write a children's novel, I guess, where children actually behaved like children. And I mean, it's not bad. but I'm very early in the book to give you like a proper comment. The only thing that I can tell you is that I like the author. I find him agreeable. Oh my god. Uh, yeah, I am liking the experience of reading it, which is something that I can say of most books. It is enjoyable. I can't comment too much on its contents because I am like very, very early in the book, and I know what I know about the book is like the things that you would probably know as well. Okay, I watched the Simpsons episode. I mean, okay. I didn't know there was a Simpsons episode of Lord of the Flies. I don't know. I never watched The Simpsons, or at least, not much. Okay, it's time to get repairs. And right now we're going over there, all the way over there to give the guy a couple of fish. Alright, fair enough, yeah. Wait, I think I remember you now. Weren't you the guy who wrote the script that you wanted Crowd to pay you for, and he never paid you for it? I might be misremembering. Yeah. This was like way back in 2021, so my memory might be a bit fuzzy because those were like the COVID years, and everything kind of blends together. Like, I don't know how you guys relate to COVID, but for me, it's just such a blur. Every day was like that. You just woke up. Yeah. Yeah, you woke up, you went on the computer, you maybe took like online classes, you had your entertainment, and then you went back to sleep. And at least for me, that was very complicated because I lived in a very small room. Like, my room during COVID was like very, very small. It was probably one of those like 4 meters by 2 meters ones that, yeah, it was my entire life, those 4 walls. And I kind of went outside to a communal kitchen, and I sometimes like went to the roof of the building I was in to exercise. Um, but like, all things considered, I wasn't really doing all that well in my mental, and yeah, it sucked. Wasn't happy with COVID. I was saying this on like a previous stream, or like in a previous video I posted, where I don't know, I am definitely the kind of person whose life didn't change too much uh, in the before and after of coronavirus, and um I don't know, I regret some of that because I there's definitely ways in which a lot of people grew back then that I know that I didn't grow in. And it would have been a lot better for me to like actually take that opportunity to like advance my life in a couple of important ways that I didn't. But I was very young, yeah. So I don't really judge myself. I just it is what it is. Yeah. Okay, we're going to the researcher now. My daily routine did not change during COVID, by the way. Yeah, that was a meme back then. It was like very famous from a lot of like very online people. It was like learning that my lifestyle is actually called what was it, like pandemic? No, 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 like quarantine. Yeah, yeah, like my lifestyle is actually called lockdown. You are perceptive. This isn't the same account or username. Yes, you tried mediating or payment dispute before I decided to drop it because he was power treating about not paying me again. Ah, I see. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I am a very intelligent woman. But yeah, I mean, it's mostly your speech pattern. You are there's a kind of smart tinge to it that I can identify. Yeah. Okay, science lab. The fish from Twisted Island, do you have them? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, the LARP is that these guys are like Pemex oil workers, and I am giving them like Mexican accents. So just if you are thrown off by their dialogue, which I am going to read right now. With the corporation leadership here, I have to focus. There are the pressures acting upon me. We must know where these creatures entered, where the blood now places the specimens into a large metal chamber. Before sealing the lid, a motor runs briefly and the pressure gauge on the chamber rises. The elder communicates in power. He flips a large switch and the metal chamber begins to spin, slowly at first, then accelerating until the whole thing is a blur. Needles etch onto graph paper, transcribing the ascent of something, scratch out at speed. A dark fluid rises from a tube connected to the chamber. Not yet. Pure. We'll need more down. Deeper. Okay, outside the executive is talking to the foreman. What accent did he have? Oh, he was from the US South, I think. Yeah, he was like a Texas guy. We're almost there. Give it another push. How much power can we give this thing? See, I don't think we really shouldn't. The executive shoots the foreman a glance, disdain, and sees me lacing the muscles on his face. The foreman backs down defeated. Setting the drill to full power, sir. Okay. Machinery in the drill tower steps into overdrive, blurring the air with the sound of gears turning. What's that noise? Okay. Oh my fucking god. It's a Leviathan. Ah! Where is this going? Ah! La 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 la. The roar of the giant creature fades, it leaves behind a silence. On all that witness it, faces stare from windows and hands grip railings, trying to process the spectacle. Boss, that must have been the thing that got all our material shipments, and now it's coming for the rig. Okay. A murmur of panic begins to rise from the onlookers. Now we're close now, and it knows. How long will it take for the drill to break through the next layer? It still has a little way to go, but you can't be serious, surely. Not with that thing in the water here. Our lives are in danger, and you want to keep drilling. Okay. Get it done. Okay. The executive turns and walks away and towards his office, leaving the foreman shaking his head. He's insane. What the hell are we doing here? This drill, whatever's down there, we shouldn't be disturbing it. Fisherman, you got to help us. He won't listen to reason, but perhaps he'll listen to an operational setback. What do you have in mind? We can't shut down the drill ourselves, not without repercussions from the corporation following us for the rest of our lives. But if it were to be damaged by a force of nature or a force of the deep, we'd have no choice but to abandon our positions. I know it sounds crazy, but if the defenses were to stop operating suddenly, it would leave the drill vulnerable. Please have a think, see what you can do. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Lol, what, my speech pattern? That is a fucking new one. Most people remember my posts or account details. Seen for years. How do you even remember that, Mr. House looking as exec? Yeah. Looks like the General Cardenas. Yeah, yeah. You have a very unique speech pattern. I guess, if I had to say. You sound like I don't know. You punctuate your words very very clearly, and you are very clear with your intent, and there's just not that many people on the internet that bother to use like very good grammar, I guess. Most people like change their speech, you know? and you give me the impression of someone who is not changing their speech. You are actually speaking like someone who is, oh my fucking god, what is that? Yeah, you speak like someone who's like, yeah, actually bothering to communicate formally in a setting where maybe that's not normally done. And you did mention a couple of minutes ago that, you know, oh, you join one of the other people that crowd kind of like, you know, puts, you know, interferes within this like malicious, delusional way. And, you know, those two things clicked in my head, and I was like, huh, okay, so maybe this is like a guy that I've interacted with before, maybe over this thing. Yeah. I thought ADHD ruined my punctuation. I mean, you can believe that, and I believe if you believe that, but it's not even that. It's how would I say this? It's more so the fact that you that I can hear it. That I know. Yeah, yeah. You have a unique writing pattern. Yeah. You better to write well. Like I can tell you as a VTuber that a lot of girls that I know that do VTubing, when they write, they sometimes, I'm sorry, infantilize their speech. I do it as well. Sometimes on some uh, alternative accounts. Or when I'm trying to communicate with specific people, right? But by the end of the day, I am. Yeah, I try to write like you write most of the time, and that just comes across a certain way. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. These guys wanted a fish, but I don't remember which one did they want. A fucking oceanic. Okay, whatever. Ah. I need to buy one of the nets that works on the oil over there. That guy won't let me fish. My boat is very fast right now, by the way. This is not how they normally move. Okay, so to the factory. I need one of these. Ah, fuck you. You want me to buy again? Okay, I'll buy something again. No, just... okay, factory. I want to manufacture this one. So I'm gonna give you this one. And you are gonna construct it. And there we go. So now we go to storage. And now we take this to cargo. And we're gonna install it this way. So now I have mangrove, coastal, volcanic, shallow. Okay, I have like... I think I can fish in every... Yeah, in every presentation now. Yeah. Okay, I have a specialist rod for every ocean at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, I figured that may have helped. Yeah. I mean, don't worry about it. I won't give you trouble. I mean, if I had to say anything to you right now, is that I think you were right. I think that I should have read your experience with him as a red flag, and I didn't. So yeah, that sucks. Wait, what's going on with this fucking guy? Are you okay? The inevitable conclusion. He rocks back and forth, hands shading his eyes from the harsh lights above. Auto arc almost complete. Oh, closer. Pure. Devil spine the wretches. Where are they? Okay, so now he wants like fish from over there. All right, my guy, I'm gonna get him for you. Yeah. Okay, okay, you walk the perimeter of the tower. One of the electrical panels hasn't been securely. You open the panel on a cave of a black box opening to the lights of the tower. It has a number of empty slots. It's labeled "Flee." Considering this is her invention. Okay. Okay, I might need to talk to that lady later. I'm gonna go fish for it. Well, it's actually nighttime, so maybe it's not a smart idea to leave right now. I'm gonna sleep. I mean, since it's creating to that anyway, did you abandon the history of Manifest Destiny that you planned? I always hoped you'd some American more stuff. Uh, I am going to work on those kinds of projects one day. I think I am just going to work on new ones first. Right now, if I had to tell you where my heart is, I want to reinvent what I do. Right now, I'm more focused on changing formats and delivering on compromises that I had, and I am very sure that one day I will start doing this kind of work again. But at the moment, I need to have other priorities. I need to maybe focus on my degree and a couple of things like that. Yeah, because my whole experience with this guy has been that I've seen his lifestyle. I've seen what's needed to just kind of sustain this stuff, and I've decided even if I want to do this, I want to have very different priorities. So this is why I'm streaming now and why I'm a cartoon and things like that. Honestly, I kinda debated with myself to warn you, but I feel like you benefited from the relation, and I also feel like I would have come across as weird to go into too much detail. Yeah, I mean, don't worry about it. I think I definitely saw the best of the guy while I was seeing uh, things about the guy, but right now I'm just like, fuck. Right now it's just like, yeah. I mean, there were definitely warning signs, but I guess I was younger, and I also was like very starstruck by, oh my god, I am talking to my favorite YouTuber. And I guess that's always like a shock for everyone. Uh, but then you realize that these guys are like actually just people, and they have a bunch of the fallibilities of people, and I mean, I won't say. I won't say. What else can I say? I guess. Also, I feel like would have been enough of a warning, but I did want to. Oh, who made able to get more of them without interfering? Yeah, no, I get you. You were very mature. I hope that. Yeah, I hope that you've been able to rebuild and make your life about newer and better things. I think right now I am in a stage in my life where I am looking for that, making it about new things. I hope I succeed. I guess. Hmm. What can I even say? Okay, I need to play fucking... I'm gonna discard this. Oh, I already had one of these. Damn. Okay. Well, that's enough. Yeah, I just sucked. I think YouTube is very unprofessional. I will tell you though that among history YouTubers, we're kind of organizing uh, newer and better communities. We're getting smarter about how we do things and stuff like that. Okay. Generator. Buy my stuff. And this stuff, I'm gonna discard it. Then I'm going to the foundry and no, under market. I want you to do repairs and now I'm going to the factory and I think this lady, I mean, who am I? Who was the person that I need to talk to? I forget. uh, oh my god, I could have used the splashes. That's so... Ugh. Okay. So I go to the defenses, and I know there's a box, but I don't know who to talk to. Foreman, what can I do for you? Okay, what can you tell me about Iron Haven? I've been with the Corp for about a decade now. Started out as a laborer on projects like this one. Not always out to sea, mind you. And I worked my way up to site foreman. The Corp itself is pretty successful, a bit of an institution. It's been around for hundreds of years in one form or another. They always seem to be diversifying into new areas. The whole drilling division is guided by the scientist. He calls the shots when it comes to deciding on sites. Bo seems to listen to him too. Anything else? What is a rig for? The rig is your standard setup designed to pierce the seabed and collect from fluid reservoirs. It doesn't have much storage capacity though, which is odd. Maybe they're not expecting a huge throughput? I didn't actually think there was an oil field here, but I suppose the surveyors must have found something else. I wouldn't be here talking to you. Anything else? What happened to the missing material ships? Ever since we got the legs of the platform seated on the seafloor, the supply ships started going missing. HQ told us they'd left port, but they never showed up. I guess the crews thought they could make some money sailing off with the materials, and selling them elsewhere doesn't seem worth the risks to me. Between you and me, the Corp has a pretty ruthless reputation of tracking down anyone who moves against them. People tend to just make the one mistake, if you get what I mean. Anything else? Have there been any patches of contamination? There have been areas of contamination cited in Devil's Spine. Anything else? No, I guess this is just like a tutorial guy. By the way, my offers from years ago to help you with historical research still stays. Yeah, thank you. I dropped trying to get that money. I'm still grateful for you trying to help back then. Yeah, I did my best. I am sorry we couldn't do much about it. I think, yeah, as I said before, YouTube is very informal, and I'm just coming to the idea and mindset that people who do this professionally need to be more formal. And thankfully, as I was telling you, there's a couple of people who are creating new institutions, right? Like there's I can tell you that history YouTubers right now are starting to get in contact and talk to each other and try to do things in like better and improved ways. But at the same time, right now I have a lot of videos that I want to make, and I am more in a stage where I want to make those videos and do things like executively than that I'm looking to do new projects. So that's just kind of where I am. If at some point I want to do new projects, I will definitely contact you. If you want, you can just go into my server and we can have those conversations there, I guess. But yeah, for the time being, you know, like. Oh my god! 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 Hmm. I smell with my little nose. Oh fuck! My Donbass roommate is using like roach poison in human areas. Oh my god! I can smell it. It's so disgusting. Uh, Such a disagreeable sensation on the nose. I mean, I have my door closed, and even then, I can like smell it. I don't know why they do that. They should just clean. Betulicolia. Okay, that's a pretty fish. How many fish do we have, by the way? I like the fish encyclopedia. Mm. Oh. Discovered 161 out of 230. Oh, okay. So I'm actually quite advanced when it comes to getting fish out of here. Let me see if I can get an aberration out of this. There we go. Nice and round. Nice and sympathetic. Did the doctor crash out yet, by the way? He's in the process of like crashing out. I'm specializing on the history of things in the US, liberalism and libertarian socialism, but if you got any other things, I got a pretty big library I could work with. Yeah. If you want, I can also put you in contact with maybe, what's the name of my friend? The cynical historian? Because he does have a lot of, he does work on like US history a lot more than I do. And right now, like in this little history community that we have, we're very upset at MAGA because they are attacking education. they are they are making it very difficult to have like sincere conversations about history, anything, I guess. No, wait, fuck the lights. Yeah, right now that's kind of the conversation, and I guess it's part of what makes me think of like this whole anti-communism thing that some people are going on as kind of goofy because um, right now, you know, we should be if you're in history, if you're like in the history profession, let's say, um, the people that are doing the most to like dismantle our institutions, things like that, we are. It's the far right, right? Like it's the far right that's leading like the history, the attack on education. It's not like left wingers, I guess. So I don't know. I guess in the moment it comes across as kind of insensible, not unsensitive, because you know you can disagree with the far left if you want, but like it comes across as not sensible to use your energy against uh, the real people attacking the history profession. Eh, 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 eh. Well, and fan, obviously. Yeah, yeah. I get you. Yeah, he's super nice. One thing I am noticing is that the people who do this like more seriously, maybe without as much of like, how can I say this without sounding like a simp? like a desperate fangirl. I don't know. I find that Arkin and Freda and some of these guys that I talk to, they're actually gentlemen, right? Like they are super nice. They're very polite, and yeah, I guess might be how I was raised. But when I see someone that's a gentleman, I have like this impulse to like behave as a lady back to them, and I am I am often very embarrassed because like the way I learned of interacting with others through the internet is not exactly super ladylike. It's more like getting down in the gutter and having like sincere and crass interactions. And I don't like that I have that as part of my personality, but like it is part of my personality. I am capable of politeness, and I do keep a polite company. Don't get me wrong, but it is nevertheless a fact of me and the fact of my life that yeah, that I learned the internet Muay Thai kind of way of socializing with others, and it does inform sometimes how I present myself on the internet. It's something I don't like about myself, but I aspire to be more gentle with how I conduct my person. I think the anti-com is goofy because communism is just so negligible as a problem, and because honestly, right now, the biggest problem has been advocating a positive program. Yeah, yeah. Okay, my guy, you need a fish. You're gonna have a fish. And this one is a crab, so we have to wait for the crabs. Mm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you want my opinion, I am very far left. Um, but my heart is in the sense that, right now, my priority is like not dying because I'm transgender, and we are being persecuted by like by like a very organized anti-trans movement. This opinion, like, I don't expect everyone to agree with me, but I think that the anti-gender movement, let's say, is is an expression of fascism. And if I am organizing my opposition towards someone right now because it concerns my life immediately, it's gonna be the anti-gender movement, right? Because they are, I don't know, the way I see them is that they are this group of people that have very sexist ideas about women and what women should be, and they enforce gender on transgender women because cisgender women um, have reached this political consciousness where uh, it's generally accepted that telling a woman to behave like, you know, more like a woman, I guess, is like one of these inherently denigrating things that people shouldn't do. Uh, but when it comes to trans women, people feel like a lot more confidence trying to like police representation and things like that. So the thing is that it is very clear that these guys are fascists, right? Because their real intent is policing everyone's gender presentation, but it's very hard to do it with what would I say, with like cis women, thankfully. But they know that they can like do it with trans women because like a lot of people don't like us. So yeah, I lament that, I guess, but people are not that conscious politically about those implications, and it is disappointing. But because I am so aware of that, if it comes to like, oh, who am I organizing against? Who is like going to be like the main focus of my political opposition? Like, it's not gonna be fucking um yeah, it's not gonna be fucking the communists I disagree with, right? It's gonna be the far right, you know. Like, whenever I see people, for example, being convinced of anti-capitalism is always more effective when you advocate for empirically. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what works. I am more of a political philosophy person. I think that political policy is usually the realm of like political engineering, and I am not a political engineer. You know, whenever you exist in the world and you're thinking of like policy ideas, you have to have some level of awareness of where society is and what is possible and what is not, in my opinion, right? And since I believe that, like the way that that expresses itself in my views is that I am not really a fan of like doing these like fiction adjacent world building exercises of trying to propose yeah, like alternative universes and what would be the best possible policy and things like that. I do that, but I do it mostly in the realm of political philosophy. Whenever I think of like public policy, I usually think about it in terms of like the immediate problems in my city, because that's usually what concerns me and affects me the most, and what has the most ability to like have a tangible effect on my life. Like, in terms of political philosophy, I am very radical, and if I ever was in a position of power, I would manifest that radicalism, but I would also like do it from the point of view that I understand that the left is in a period of, let's say, significant backsliding, and we can't yeah, we have to move in the world with a bit of street smart that we sometimes lack. Because it's part of being a bit of an idealist, I guess. Expressing expressing your sentiments in like the real world gets really difficult. So it's best to um, see, like learn a bit of like almost therapy style language of learning what you can control and learning what you can't control, and yeah, having that sort of consciousness, I guess. I'm actually leaning into libertarian socialism. Oh, as well. In fact, the guy in my PvP is a libertarian socialist called JDH Cole. Ah, I see. Which is another script on the topic. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you succeed at creating your own scripts. I feel like not fighting fascism is itself a problem of lacking positive advocacy. Ah, yeah. Yeah. I get what you mean. Uh, yeah. Like, my feeling is that there's a lot of problems in the world that are very urgent, like there's climate change, and there's also um, the housing crisis, and there's also the aging population, and there's like a lot of hunger for political engineers to come up with good engineering solutions to what the issues are in contemporary states. But I guess one thing that's slightly disappointing is that a lot of the people who are in positions of power where they could actually like do something about that have surrendered that question. You know, they're not really interested in actualizing that, I guess. Go away. Yeah, like if it came down to me, if I had to organize like an alternative political platform, I would have in the US, right? I would say universal healthcare. I would say we're gonna kick out like we're not gonna put data centers where people live, and yeah, we're also going to, you know, um, do something like the Green New Deal. And I think most people would be down for it. I think the political aesthetics of like the sort of far left in the US are not great necessarily, but in the policy department, even a figure like Bernie is doing very well for himself in terms of like the actual meaning of and shape of an effective populism, I would say. But I don't know. I think it might be like a branding issue because a lot of people don't like the the branding of the left. I guess I will quote like Upton Sinclair here, but I think that the Americans will the Americans will take socialism, but they will not never call it socialism. Yeah, like they will they like pretty much every idea of what socialism is, but they don't like the word socialism, which is like, I don't know, like it's almost like talking to a child. You have to like give them their medicine without like actually telling them that it's medicine. You have to if you're a leftist in the United States, you have to think of like the spoonful of sugar to make the medicine go down, if that makes sense. Yeah. Also, dialogue stream between streamer and random chatter. She helped years ago with a doomed charity project. Yeah, yeah. It is what it is. Like you're the one chatting. There's a lot of other people here. How do you guys feel? Are you enjoying the conversation? Is there something else that you'd like to talk about? Right now we're just fishing. Like this is like a part of the game where fishing is very important. So it's most of what we're doing. I have to get like something from crabs, I guess. But the crab pots take days to actually like not days, but like in-game games to. Oh, my controller is trembling. Yeah, like yeah, they take days to actually manifest in something positive, I guess. Okay. Wow. Volcano snail. I found a new fish that I had never seen before. Okay. So here I'm supposed to put an explosive. I just don't know where I have to. Oh, okay. Yippee. Okay. This thing is afraid of the. Okay. We're gonna go to the oil rig now. Na 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 na. Let's go. I really don't like this region. It's very, very scary. I try to avoid the horror element of the game because I enjoy more like the cozy experience of the fishing minigames. Uh, Yeah, I'm very Stardew Valley brained. I don't know, but yeah, it is. That red area, it's like the one area of the game where it's like really, really, really unavoidable. Um, doing that sort of thing. Okay, I think we're very close to finishing the oil rig DLC, and then we're going to the ice area DLC. What I've heard is that the majority of DLCs in this game are just more dredge. They're not necessarily like new experiences. They're the game. If you enjoy the game, you get to play a bit more of the game. And I get it, because otherwise the game is like quite short. Okay, my guy, I got your fucking alacran. I forgot what they are. Scorpion. I forgot what they were called in English for a second. With shocking speed, he rushes towards the table, grabbing at the corpses. Oh my god, the shape that bursts through the blackboard barely resembles the scientist. No longer meek and cowed, now a frightening visage of stretched skin and sharp teeth. Oh my god. With a sickening crunch, he bites down into the sea scorpion carcass, black liquid dripping from his mouth. Oh my god. His terrible head snaps up to lock eyes with yours. A feral cry rises from his lungs, forming an accusatory scream with freshly born claws pointed in your direction. With limbs overcome by frantic spasms, he stumbles towards the nearest window, slowly at first, then arriving at considerable speed. Oh my god. Okay. The aberrated form of the scientist crashes through the glass, diving out beyond the deck of the platform, down, hitting the water, then disappearing into the deep. Okay. Uh. Okay. um. What do you want? Is whatever you're here for really worth risking the lives of your people? My people. These are employees. What else? I don't have all day. Okay, factory. Girl, how do I talk to you? Because, like, we need to talk about what the fucking collapse going on. Okay, foreman. Tech lab. How do I talk to you? Defenses. Okay, so the guy fucking jumped into the ocean. Fun fact about the Pale Reacher, however it was called, it is based on Lovecraft's interest in polar exploration. Oh, okay. Lovecraft was a complete nerd about polar explorations in his time. Frequently wrote about them. Oh, I see. I didn't know that. Okay, so let's look at pursuits. Assisi Iron Haven. Okay. Visit the researcher. Okay. We're gonna visit the researcher now. In the Stellar Basin. Oh my god, bro. That's so fucking far. Okay. Oh, wait. Never mind. I don't need to. I can just do that. Yeah, now I'm a lot closer. So I want to go south and west, not south and east. Let's go. Yeah, I used to be really interested in polar exploration a lot when I was younger as well. There used to be a lot of conversations back then about like the melting poles, and I don't know, I really like the idea of doing that. Also, when I was a kid, one of the movies that really influenced me, because it is a movie about like living with disability in a way, was like Happy Feet, you know. Happy Feet, the movie about the penguin, and it's a movie that has like a not a very radical environmentalist message, but it has like a subtle environmentalist message about you know, taking care of wildlife over there, and it has this very beautiful focus on this part of the world where there's a lot of ice, and I really like that. You know, I really liked the visual aesthetics of the South Pole. Um, but then I don't know. I guess I decided I wanted to do something about climate change. That was like really my motivation to go into a science. But then I guess what kind of disappointed me years later was figuring out that in the road to climate change, the biggest problems are not scientist problems; they are political problems. So yeah, it's been a difficult experience through that. Okay, the Scottish girl. Hello again. What do you need? About those defenses on the rig. Oh, I hope they worked. Yeah, they worked. Good. It's always nice to have additional data points. Anything else about those defenses? The workers on the rig want to find a way to sabotage them. Found their conscience, have they? I suppose they're wanting to look like an accident. They wouldn't want to face the corpse wrath if they were found culpable. Okay. I do have a pleasantly elegant idea. Actually, we don't have to sabotage the defenses in a traditional sense. If you recall, they emit a sort of word at the moment. They are broadcasting a warning, flee. But we can change that. I have auto recordings of other words. Instead of a warning, it could broadcast an invitation. There's one in particular. I've been referring to it by its closest human analog, rice. I'll prepare some blueprints for the module. You'll have to assemble it and slot it into the top of the black box. Anything else about those defenses? No, that's all. Yeah. I actually forgot about the messaging of Happy Feet. It is a wonderful movie. Like, I really like Happy Feet. It is probably one of my top 10 movies of all time. It has like a double message about disability and about environmentalism. And I really resonated with the one about disability because I definitely, you know, my parents didn't really give me the language to discuss my disabilities when I was younger, and they were very much in denial about them. But I did resonate a lot with this feeling of, you know, you are different from others and people treat you differently and you really don't know why, but you try your best to like still have a good coexistence with other people, and you get in dumb situations by trying to do that. And yeah, you know, it's like that definitely was like my life experience growing up, and I learned to deal with my own problems in, I guess, my own special way. But in the end, um, what ended up working for me was uh, I don't know, very special. Yeah, like the disability message of Happy Feet is that you know, there's nothing necessarily wrong with specific people. We can all just find like a way to exist in the world. And like the part that resonated with me is that I also had very intense romantic feelings for people sometimes. So I did identify with like the penguin in the sense that he had a crush on like the female penguin, and I was like, oh, I I I I I can identify to, like, you know, the feeling of being like a romantically yearning person, but struggling with this thing that a lot of lesbians struggle with, which is knowing that a lot of cis women and a lot of trans women are going to reject you because they're attracted to men, right? Like, it's very common to have um yeah, to encounter straight women, I guess. So your experience as a woman who loves women, you know, as a lesbian, is often clashing with people who are going to reject you, who are going to be like emotionally unavailable. And it's not their fault, and it's not a bad thing, but it is just a lot of the experience of being a minority. And yeah, like it's not super pleasant, but it is what it is. And yeah, I guess there's something that I related to when it came to like the actual Happy Feet movie, which is, you know, the penguin is like unable to sing, and basically in his society, singing is how you find a partner, and this feeling that, oh, I can't sing, which I guess we can read it as, you know, I can't participate in society as everyone else. It does go down in like your stomach as yeah, you know, like I have this inability to relate to other people because of something that I didn't choose and I don't control. And yeah, you know, if you're, for example, a queer woman or a disabled man, or you're maybe someone who is like poorly socialized or for whatever reason, then those are feelings that are, I guess, not hard to relate to. And yeah, at least speaking for myself, I did feel like that for a bit. Uh, yeah. Okay, we're gonna change the word in the oil rig now. Hehehe. Yeah. I mean, that's what being gay is usually like. Like, a lot of people reject you. Um, Not even because there's anything wrong with you, but because they're just not into gay, into gay things. And honestly, yeah, you learn a lot to read with rejection. To be honest, the penguin being unable to sing was pretty realistic, at least. So technically, he was the normal one in that movie. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, don't they sing? Like, don't they actually have like mating calls? I forget. But yeah, you know, he couldn't sing, but he could dance, which I guess you can read as Tourette's, for example. Yeah. Uh, defenses. The defenses are operational, limiting a droning sound the gate at the ears. After finding a loose panel. Oh, oh, I have a lot of those. I have a lot of those. I have a lot of those. And they want a box as well, so I guess I'm gonna go get a box from like over there. Huh? Wait, no. Take out the fucking box. Yeah, I don't want to turn too late into the night. This is gonna be awful if it gets too late. Yeah, but they sound terrible. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I really like the Happy Feet movie. I think back then we had a bunch of very smart movies. I don't think that movies today are as experimental. I am often disappointed with them. Like, I go to the movies right now and it's all like remakes of the Avengers, and honestly, I'm not into that. I was never into the superhero movie thing. I liked Captain America, like the first one, but like the rest of them are sequels of sequels of sequels. And at this point, you know, I think that it became like a sort of polytheism for people to watch Marvel movies, and I'm not into that yet. Okay, you remove the old module and insert the new one. As it clicks into place, the sound from the tower changes into a deep rumble. Rise, 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 come on, rise. Yeah, take that down. Oh my god. Whoa. This is so scary. The executive fucking left. With last scraps of metal still falling from the destroyed drill tower, the executive boards his helicopter. Rail 2 is already spinning. Ah, is everyone alright? All accounted for in the factory. Yep, Foundry's fine. I guess we'll wait for or airlifts out of here. There's no way I'm traveling anywhere by boat. Yeah, I'll sit tight for now. Fisherman, the main buildings are mostly undamaged, so if you still need stuff made, we can sort you out. Okay. Deactivate the defense of the platform. Yeah, no, I think we're fine. Tech lab. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna talk to the foreman now. What can I do for you? Nothing. You're good. Okay. I'm gonna rest now. Okay. We finished the iron rig, so I guess I'm now gonna be cleaning petrol because that's what I find really enjoyable. It's relaxing. It's like biting my nails. I, that is like a sad subject for me. I bite my nails. Well, no, I don't bite my nails anymore, but there's like a whole story about it. Basically, I used to bite my nails, and I used to have like my teeth are a bit of like the rabbit teeth, where I have two teeth on the front that are like slightly bigger than the rest of them. It's not like super visible, like they're not like enormous, but they are a little bigger, right? Like they are slightly bigger to the point that if you see me smile, um, you will see that they are like slightly larger than the others. And my two teeth, there was one of them that was like bigger than the other one slightly. And so whenever I had to like dig a bite into something, um, that was like a thing that I had to deal with, like my teeth being bigger. So then what happens is that uh, one of my teeth, when I used to bite my nails, um, one of those teeth was like my favorite teeth in terms of like the mouthfeel of like biting my nails. So I really enjoyed biting like my nail uh, with like the left side of the rabbit teeth, right? But apparently I did that so much over the course of such a long time since I was 14, because that's when I developed like my anxiety issues, that that teeth gathered a bunch of damage over time, and now it's chipped. So like in real life, I have a tooth that is chipped, and the chip is very small, like it's almost invisible. But like my dentist told me like, oh, this is like nothing wrong, like you can live your entire life with this. We can either like make your teeth symmetric and file them, and you will have like less teeth on both sides, or you can just live with a chipped tooth and it won't matter. And honestly, I am a function over form kind of girl, so I have a chipped tooth like in front of me, and I think it looks endearing. It looks cute. Uh, and that's how I stopped biting my nails, because uh, I bite my nails. It doesn't feel the same anymore now that the teeth I used to bite them with is gone. Now, since it's a lot shorter, then the feeling is not the same, and I don't really like the feeling, the new feeling, so I just stopped. So it took me fucking like breaking my teeth well, my tooth specifically, to stop biting my nails, and now I don't bite them anymore. Like I've listened to Penguins at the Zoo saying, yeah, yeah, yeah. There is conspicuous parallel of horror games featuring RaffuRigs between this and Still Wakes the Deep. Yeah, I'm still biting my nails. It's pretty annoying, but I have trouble stopping. Yeah, I mean, if you want to stop, maybe break your tooth. I don't know. Like one thing that they used to do in Mexico is like whenever you have like a child that has that problem, like grandmas used to like rub. Um, I think it was um what was it? They used to rub like garlic on their nails so that they would stop. Yeah, cheap tooth gang rise up. Yeah, I don't know. I think it makes me cute. Like this is like like my dad. The last time I talked to my dad, he was like, "Oh my god, we need to get you fixed," and I was like, "No." They want to file my teeth. I don't want to have like shorter teeth. I don't want to have less teeth. I need to have as much teeth as I can. You know, I'm a human being that eats food. I need to have teeth. I'm not going to like reduce my teeth just so I can like eat. You know, just so I can look pretty. I want to have my teeth, and you know, my dad is like, no, but it doesn't look good, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I like my teeth. I like having teeth. So I have like this little um in my front teeth, like in the left one, I have a little curve. It's not super visible, by the way. You wouldn't look at it unless you were like really, really looking, because most of the fracture is behind it. But I do have a chipped tooth, right? Like it is a tooth that looks that is chipped and it feels chipped in my mouth. So yeah, that's that's funny. Overall, my hygiene is very, very good because I don't have a sweet tooth. Uh, so honestly, I don't get like a lot of teeth damage. I eat a lot of food, don't get me wrong, but I mostly eat like salty food. So yeah, I've had enough broken teeth in my life. No thanks. Yeah, no, I don't want you to break my teeth more just so I it can look like aesthetic. I am fine having like I am fine with how I look. Like in this sense, I think I am. Uh, I am very privileged as a trans woman, I guess, because I am very happy with how I look. I don't really have like too many. I guess dissatisfactions with my looks. I feel cute. I have a partner. I'm moving the world kind of okay-ish. I have trouble with my voice, but I like in feeling that it's not super feminine, honestly. But honestly, streaming um a couple of times on this channel, a lot of people have told me that they really like my voice, and that has made me a lot more confident. Yeah, like it has caressed my ego in ways that it probably shouldn't be caressed. Also, one thing that I've had a lot of fun with was when I was doing like my political videos on the Ravine Knox channel. Like one of the guys told me something along the lines of like, "Oh, you're a very annoying bitch. I disagree with everything that you're saying," but he also said, "Listen, I can, I can hear a nice voice for hours if I have to. I dig that, but your videos sound like rambling." And I was like, you know, I was like, "You like my voice? You really like how I sound? Thank you." You know, the Ravine Knox channel is basically rambling because the way I use that channel is that I go in there when I have something to say, and then I just rant about the political issue of the day that is close to my heart. In my mind, I don't really use it for anything too developed or too structured like I do on this channel. For me, that's a channel of like it functions like tweets, you know, it functions like a podcast. It used to be a podcast channel. So in my mind, I was like, okay, then let's keep doing like the podcast thing. It's just going to be me instead of me and my former collaborator. We're going to do it on gonna do it on my own. But like a lot of people who are like listening to the video are like, yeah, no, but you're rambling. And I'm like, oh, of course I am rambling. I am talking to myself, trying to create a podcast. I am not gonna write like an entire essay just so that like I can reclaim it. I'm a video essayist. Well, if I wanted to do that, if I wanted to like discuss an idea with that level of care and attention, I would actually uh, I would actually post it here, right? Like not over there. But yeah, I guess what made me really happy is that this person who found me fucking annoying still had to pause and say like, listen, if you made something more structured, I could listen to your videos because you have a very nice voice, but right now you're rambling like a bitch. And I'm like, and I was like, okay, thank you. This is kind of what this channel is about. So like, I'm glad that maybe the channel is not for you, but like you made me feel really flattered. And there's also like a few, I don't know, right wing guys that were around that channel that have slowly left it uh, among the subscribers. And I've gotten some like transphobic comments, but I've also gotten like a couple of comments of guys that thought that I was like a cis woman because I think they read my voice that way, and I was like, hey, yeah, I felt like cheeky and evil because yeah, I felt really validated, and I don't mean to gloat. By the way, I think this does sound like a bit self-congratulatory, but it has been very meaningful to me because trans women typically have their one thing that gives them the most dysphoria. Trans people in general have like their one thing that gives them the most dysphoria. Like I know women who, for example, don't really like that they have hair on their face, or that they don't really like that they have like hair on their legs, or maybe they have like genital dysphoria, which is like one of the more common ones, which is that they don't like that they have, you know, uh, that they're cakes with a candle, let's say it that way. Um, and there's also people who say, yeah, like whatever gives you dysphoria is very personal usually. Like it's not that we all have dysphoria for the same thing, it's that we all have dysphoria for different things. And what gives me dysphoria, to me, it was two things. It was like facial hair and my voice. Like the rest of my body I'm honestly fine with. um and I've been getting like laser, so that has helped most of like my facial hair stuff. And with my voice, I don't know. I haven't been like doing as much as I wanted to do there, but some people have told me like, oh, okay, like they read me as a girl, even though I'm a trans woman that's incredibly self-conscious. So I mean, that has been wonderful for me and for my ego. I've been I've been feeling a lot better about myself. Yeah, your voice is super super nice. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's like deeper on the deeper end for women or something like that. But it does get read as feminine sometimes, so I appreciate that. As far as I understand, there are a lot of trans women that do VTubing that have voices that don't necessarily pass super well, but there are also people who are not like super controversial or super political, so they just get read as what they present themselves as, and the VTuber model generally helps. Rachmaninoff fanboy, hi, hi, how are you doing? I also like Rachmaninoff. I I have learned a lot about his music mostly because as a YouTuber, I am constantly on the hunt for like royalty-free music and classical music, and some of the nicer things that I found looking around, yeah, for that kind of stuff have been like the Rachmaninoff piano suites. I really, really like, yeah, some of that. I can't believe I missed the beginning of the live stream. You can always rewatch it. I mean, I'm still here, and I'm gonna be here for like an hour more. You still can talk to me if you want to talk to me. We finished the DLC, so right now we're just cleaning oil because I don't know. It's the environmentalist in me, I guess. I read on the wiki that cleaning the oil doesn't really do anything, right? Like it doesn't help anything with the game. You don't get an achievement, you don't get anything. But you know, I don't like oil. I have a bit of like a of an ecologist's heart, so right now what I am doing is that I am cleaning the oil spills, and I am getting like a lot of oil through it, but I don't really care. I'm not here for. Oh, ooh, okay. This guy is asking me for like a corrupted fish. I can give it corrupted fish. I can do that. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just playing this game the way I like playing this game, which is just like cleaning the oil. Yeah, it's relaxing. It's there's this game that a lot of VTubers play that's called like Power Washer Simulator, where most of what you do is just like, but I'm sorry, clean like a parking, like a game, like a game park for children, or like a bunch of surfaces that you clean with like a hose, and yeah, like that's what the game's about. And I really enjoy you know, cleaning the. Oh fuck. Yeah, I really enjoy the cleaning experience. Okay, I'm gonna go sell the oil. Hello, hello. If you want royalty-free movies, recordings tend to be pretty safe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a lot of old movies. There's like this YouTube channel that archives like Soviet era movies, which are owned by no one anymore because number one, the Soviet Union collapsed, and number two, the Soviet Union had like a bunch of like very sensible copyright laws, and yeah, they are not like into policing that super too much anymore. Like there are movies that are 100 years old, so nobody's like bothering to claim the copyright anymore. And there's a lot of very cool movies from the Soviet era based on like yeah, their own struggles, their own conception of cinema. I think yeah, there's a lot of very cool Soviet movies that way. I enjoy them. Um, they're kind of difficult to watch because they're all in Russian, and I am not a Russian speaker. But whenever I found them subtitled, like you know, Soviet cinema used to be so creative and expressive before Stalin, of course. But like you know, back when it was like out and about, uh, it was a thing that was like cool to look at. Tin, tin, tin. Have you ever been to Quebec City? I have been to Montreal, but no, not to Quebec City. I would like to go. I think me and my partner would really, 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 really like to go because like she has family friends in Quebec, and I mean, I want to go to Quebec if only for the fact that I know so much about these fucking people that I would feel like you know, a big part of my life would be wasted if I didn't like back that up with like a little visiting experience. Yeah, yeah. So that's how I feel. I've never been to Canada though. I was gonna go to Canada last year because I had a couple of things I needed to do in Canada because of like work, but I needed to solve those things some other way because they started asking like a very intrusive and they started creating these like very evil, extremely uh, critical visa processes for Mexicans, right? And I am not into doing that. Like they're asking me about my parents' life. They're asking me if I was part of like terrorism. They're just they're so weird. I think it's something that Justin Trudeau did before he left office because he was being pressured by Trump um, into like regulating migration from Mexico. Because one thing that a couple of Mexicans were doing was that they were picking flights to Canada that didn't have like visa requirements with the United States for Mexicans, and then they were just traveling south. And because the working philosophy of people was that if you are like maybe crossing the northern border, maybe you're not like a migrant, right? Like maybe you're one of those more upstart, white guys that are going to Canada because that there's the northern U.S. border is a lot kinder to cross than the southern U.S. border, but and they want to keep it that way. So like the thing that they started doing is that Trump told the Canadians like, okay guys, if you want to keep the border like the way that we have it right now, I want you to start asking the Mexicans for visas. And now we have to get like a very powerful, um, this very intrusive visa process where to enter Canada now you need like either a US visa and or a Canadian visa, and getting a Canadian visa now is like a super intrusive process. So the way I feel is that Justin Trudeau ended up being a coward. Like in the last days of his administration, I was like so mad at him because he chose to like kick Mexicans under the bus for something that he never even got because like he Trump treated him like a clown the whole time. That was very sad. So yeah, I am just super disappointed in the guy. I don't have a lot of positive things to say. It is what it is, though. I don't mind anymore. My partner is from Ontario. I want to visit so many parts of Canada. Yeah, if I could visit somewhere in Canada, I would go to like I would go to uh the interior. I want to meet I want to see the Métis areas because I'm not really interested in like the East Coast, and I know that the West Coast is like it's very pop, it's very modern, and I like modern cities. I think if I were to live somewhere, I'd much like to live in a modern city. Um, but modern cities are kind of the same everywhere. They are they are they are woke, and I enjoy that. But if I want to go somewhere woke, I have like my own places closer to home, more comfortable that I can visit, and yeah, that's where my heart is. I don't have that. I guess that much curiosity for like other progressive towns. No, 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 no. Gonna be back in a bit. Sure thing. You're here to have fun. If you gotta go, you gotta go. It is what it is. Oh my god. Okay. Um, I need to find the statue. There's a statue somewhere. Can you please leave? Go down. It's blocking my way. How much would I have to? Oh my god, I would have to take such a big detour. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take the detour, I don't mind. I'm trying to find a statue where... Okay, south is here. Oh my god, it's closed. Yes, okay. Is it here? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna have to... Oh, fuck. 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 Go, go, go away. Go away. Go away. Ah. This is not okay. Where is the... Where is the statue, though? What got injured? Yeah, this is like the normal boat speed, I think. Yeah, fuck, I hit my main engine. This is so bad. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Well, I'm gonna say slowly. There's also something funny and cute about like sailing slow. You get to enjoy the sights of this very beautiful game with very beautiful colors. Yeah, I like Canada. If I could go to Canada one day, I will definitely go. There's people there who I know would be very happy if I went. And yeah, I mean, I have friends that I would like to know. Uh, okay, so none of my fish are rotting just yet, but they might be close to. So right now, what I am looking for is the statue. I'm gonna be very mad if I don't find it, because then a lot of these fish will rot for nothing. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to put a marker on the map to find it next time. Where is the rock? Where is the rock? I'm looking for a rock to deliver these fish to. One of them rotted! No! Yeah, this is gonna be bad. I'm gonna lose most of them, I'm sure. Oh god, no. No, that's the guy on the camp. That's not where I'm going for. Okay, so maybe it's up here north with the manglers. Where is the rock? I cannot find it. It's so weird because I was just here. Where is the rock? Okay. This is so sad. No, no, no. Go away, go away. All my fish are dying because I can't find the rock. They're rotting. Oh my god. I'm back at the oil spill. No, I'm back at the oil spill. This is bad. Okay. Where are you? Okay, so I've been here. I've been here. I can hear the fucking thing now. It is a large fish. It is a large fish. Okay, no, but it's like one of the three slots ones. It's not gonna make up for the big ones if the big ones go rotting. Where could it be? Where could it be? Where could it be? I normally don't engage the game's horror elements, but right now I'm like very deep in them. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, maybe it's there? No, fuck. But it does require a bomb. Can I explode it? Ah! Putain. Okay, well, I know that here, there's gonna be an explosive. So I'm gonna mark that. No, wait. Removal. Here, explosive. Here I'm just not being allowed to go through. Here... Ah, putain, mais laisse-moi tranquille, tabarnak. Okay, I think it's this one. No, it's not this one. A parasite burrows into a large snake-like carcass. It feeds, growing fat and multiplying. Tendrils sprout from the head of the body and sends the water around it. The host corpse shudders reluctantly with a cry that resounds through the forest. It rises once again. Ah, tabarnak. That's a curse word in Quebec French, by the way. Calice. Yeah, this is a funny thing about like Quebec's swear words. They are more often than not eschatological. No, they are religious rather than eschatological. In France, they are eschatological, so that means that whenever you are hearing someone that might be swearing, like, saying like swear words, they're saying things like shit or fuck or things related to sex and things like that. But in Quebec, what they say is things related to like church. So they name the items of welcome to the jungle. Yeah, we're here in Venezuela. We're in the fucking Maracaibo Lake. Lake Maracaibo. We're stealing their oil. We're the US we're a US expansion ship. Okay, we're gonna sleep for a bit. I can make a very good Venezuelan accent because I have a professor that was like from Venezuela, and yeah. So, yeah, he gave me piano classes when I was younger. So I listened to him for hours, and I kind of learned to like imitate his voice, and yeah. I never did the accent in front of him, of course, because like I'm not crazy, but like I can do the Venezuelan accent. And okay, we're just gonna mark here on the map that this is questionable. No, putain, mais c'est pas ça. Yeah, I know how to do the Venezuelan accent. It's like pues no sé, qué crees tú que yo te diga? Was that professor named Francisco by any chance? No, he was not named Francisco. That's like an oddly specific question. What are you on about? Yeah, no. It's like, ¿qué quieres tú que yo te diga? Yo estoy aquí haciendo lo mejor que puedo para encontrar la piedra que está aquí para... que está aquí para que deje los pescados. Estos pescados están enormes, pero yo no puedo. Yo aquí yo no puedo. Está muy difícil encontrarlo. Me piden que busque una piedra, pero nomás no aparece. Aquí debería de haber un altar o algo, pero no se ve nada. Organizarse siempre es posible. Yeah, that kind of thing. There's actually on books on insults that analyze quantitative prevalence of certain times in insults. Sherman used to be especially scatological, whereas others tend to be way more sexual. Yeah, no. Okay, maybe it's in the other island. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe it's over here, and I'm not looking over there. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong island. Maybe that's the problem. Oh my god, it literally was. Wait, no, it's not. I know Small World. Your accent is very good. Yeah. That's like one of my party tricks. I can do a Venezuelan accent, I guess. Pero en la vida real soy mexicana. Entonces cuando hablo español me escucho así. No soy veneca. Ajá. Yeah. What I said there basically is that even though I can make a Venezuelan accent, I'm Mexican actually. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, is the rock here? We can discard that the rock is here. The rock is not here. I can't believe it. I saw it and then it's not. Then it was gone. Okay. I cannot take it now. No. Turn the lights off. Okay, so maybe here. Ah, why are you blocking me? Why are you blocking me? Why? I am being nice to you. Why are you blocking me? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna clean the oil. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm here to clean oil. I'm gonna look for the rock later. I'm gonna do this later. I don't care. I was defeated. Yeah, I was defeated. I rage quit. I rage quit looking for the rock. I don't care. There's a million fish in the sea. there's a million fish in the sea. Topical for the game. I know, small world. Yeah. Yeah, no, like I guess your question would make sense if I was like a Canadian. I'm not a Canadian. Oh my god. Evade la amenaza que acecha el sedimento removido. Okay. I got an achievement for dodging that. Sure. All right. Is that a mod or DLC? Reap fishes. It's a DLC. Yeah. So this is the DLC of like the oil, and you clean oil spills. Okay. Well, no, you don't clean oil spills. Actually, you. Okay. Wait. I need the fucking. Go away, birds. Tronet. Deploy. Yeah, this is a DLC that involves yeah, cleaning an oil spill. Well, it involves an oil rig, and the story is that you are like kind of managing an oil rig, but like the whole point of the story is that oh fuck, putain, ouais, yeah, the plot is that you are an oil rig comes and there's like a storyline that involves it. And there we go. We cleaned the entire oil spill over here, so now our lives can be free. We can think about something else, like the rock, like the rock. But I have to find it. You might want to sleep if that thing starts chasing you. A lot of things chase me, and I don't sleep. I found it! Oh my god! 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 Okay. We're gonna start placing our items here. The waves lap up to the platform where you lay the aberration. As the water makes contact with it, a buzzing sound fills the air. Oh my god, okay. Oh, well, thank you. It seems like I only needed one. I didn't need to do like the whole thing. I just needed one. Okay. Is that the same for the other one? For like the one in the red area? Okay, so this means we are going... we have to go east. So this is... can I banish you? No, it's on cooldown. Oh my god. Well, for all practical purposes, we completed the jungle area, but now we have to get out of here, which is probably one of the hardest areas to get out of in the game. Yeah. Luckily for me, I am a very good navigator. I have been playing this game so long that now it is like walking to me. These seas are second nature. Seems interesting. I'm still playing the main story. The game really takes time. Yeah, I mean, it has a lot of. It doesn't take that long. Like, being honest, it doesn't take that long. But, like, there's many ways that you can choose to play it, and I am choosing to play it in, like, a semi completionist way where I am getting, like, the whole game experience. So, yeah. Yeah. Girl, I have so much to sell to you. You are gonna be so happy with me. We're here helping the local economy. Okay, so now we're going to the what am I looking for? Oh yeah, shipyard. Please tell me you wanna buy my. Okay, yeah, buy my oil. Take it all off my hands, baby. I don't want it. Now I want you to repair my boat because I've been hitting it a bit. And now we rest a little, and we undock. I think you can just wait while the roots disappear. Yeah, but like you forget about one important thing, which is that I am very impatient and that I I am not going to wait. Yeah. Yeah, have you accounted for the fact that I am insufferable and I won't do that? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're out of the zone either way. I think we already got like all the things that you can get here. At least for most purposes. We are gonna now go to the cargo and okay, no, shipyard. We're repairing. Now we're going to the fish market and we are selling. And we're also going to the shipyard because I forget that the oil you can only sell here and here and here and here. Yeah, I don't really I don't want to do anything with the oil, at least not now. Oh wait. There is another thing we had to do. We're gonna buy an explosive. Shipyard. Yeah. Do you have explosives on you, ma'am? You do. Perfect. Parfait. We're gonna take one of these. And there was this area that we found over here that needed to be exploded, so we are going over there. Let's go. Let's go. We're clearing objectives. Okay, so I went a little too far, but it doesn't matter. We can just do a quick turn here. And we drift, and there we go. Use explosives. The debris crumbles away. And I think that's one of the special fish. There we go. A Goliath tigerfish. What else is in here? Jewelry. Okay. I always enjoy fishing jewelry. Wow. There is an achievement where you sell like around 500. Okay, yeah, around $1,500 worth of items of any kind, and I have a lot of treasure uh, that I am waiting to use. Okay, you're gonna. You don't like it? You don't want it? Okay, I'm gonna talk to you about those rare fish you wanted me to find. Yeah, I found a coelacanth. Thank you. I found a Goliath tigerfish, which is the one that I have on my back right now. And the oarfish. Given that the oarfish has a long and fragile body, I suspect they... Ah, okay. Maybe the shelter of Gale Cliffs. Okay, so that's one that I'm missing. Okay, I might do that later. Buy it! Take it off my hands, I don't want this. Okay, now we rest. Also, don't you have the teleporting spell? I have it, but to use it, I mostly just need to go to like the center of the map, and right now I am doing a lot of things on the north side of the map, so I don't really have much of a need for teleporting at the moment. So yeah, that's kind of the situation, right? Yeah, I mean, I would teleport if I had something to do further down south, but at the moment I am doing a bunch of things in like the north side of the map, and since I have basically the fastest possible vote, I can do things like reasonably fast just with things here. Okay, so tech lab. Yeah, no, I'm just here to research, ma'am. I don't care about actually getting the things. Okay, you want to be splashed with oil. I am through. Yeah, like look at these. These are my savings in I guess in gold. I am trying to like save them up for eventually going to like the salesman and buying all of his steel. I meant more to go to to get out of the labyrinth. Ah, I see. Okay, yeah. No, I wasn't really trying to get out of the labyrinth. I was trying to like do other things. But yeah, had I really wanted to get out of the labyrinth, I would have done that. Yeah, no worries. Right now, what are my objectives exactly? Pick up. Not enough space. I think you lack imagination, sir. We got more than enough space here. There we go. What do you mean, not enough space? I am a mathematician. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm mostly just doing like exploration tasks right now. There's one fish that I'm missing then. That's on the bottom of the area, bottom of the map. But there's also something here that needs an explosive. I mean, I would need to check that out. Shipyard. No, fish market. I want you to buy this and 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 this. And this one we're sending to the storage. And this one we're sending to the storage. And these things, I don't know what we're doing with them just yet. Shipyard. We're getting repairs. And okay, so for practical purposes, let me see how we're doing. Encyclopedia. Yeah, these are the rare ones. I have 130. I'm only missing 60 fish to complete all the fish, and this wasn't even something that I was like looking forward to. It's just something that has been naturally happening, I guess. Okay, this one is from the marrows, and I guess we can go to the marrows and catch that one because like there's some guys here that want it. So let's go to the Marrows. There you go, teleport. I use the teleport spell. Now, I need to remember, where does this guy hang out? There we go. There he is. There he is. There he is. Only 60 fish? Is that a lot? Would you find that exhausting yourself? I mean, I say only 60 fish because, like, realistically, I have caught like, you know, maybe hundreds, right? Okay. No, 60, 60. I mean, just playing the game, I have caught so many. I think most of what I am missing right now are the aberrations of the really rare ones, and the aberrations of the ones from the pale, because I haven't gone to the pale yet. Okay. I really like, I reached the point where the game feels like my body almost. Like I have a good sense of like how to navigate the world. I really like when you reach that point in a game where you're really familiar with the mechanics and you're just vibing with them. Okay, there you go. These are the guys. You wanted one? I got you one. Raise the teep. You want a frilled shark? Well, I know where to find those. They're east of here. Yeah, they're east of here. Honestly, no idea. I don't play fishing games. Yeah, I mean, I like fishing games because they're fun. There's something about fishing games that is very entertaining, which is the fact that you just you know, you just fish, and that is most of the experience fishing. And generally, fishing games are like time-based mini games that are very relaxing, and most most video games have them, or most video games that have them um, do have them as a sort of like mini game aspect of the game, where you use the fishing game mostly to relax or to engage parts of the game that are not like the main storyline. And that is generally something that always exists. But there's also this other part of fishing games, which is uh, games like this one, which are entirely based around the fishing dynamic. And you know, the experience of the game is really fun because it's like playing a bunch of mini games. You know, a game that consists of mini games. Okay. They drag the shark's body around to find the right angle. Oh, they take a book from inside the robe. Okay, they gave me a book. The figure kneels before the fish hearts and becomes still. You leave before they decide they need any more hearts. Okay, so I can't sleep here. Wow, you guys are rude. You guys suck. They're not gonna let me sleep there. What the fuck? Like, I wanted to sleep there. Okay. I'm gonna take a nap now. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep more. There we go. I am still carrying this one. You're going back into the ocean, buddy. Okay, there was a thing here that I already did. There was a thing here. Okay, I think this is my next objective. There might be like one of the rare fish over there. So that means southeast. Let's go full engine ahead. One thing that inspired going sightseeing in Lovecraft's personal life was that I wanted to play with it in-depth knowledge of the historical and cultural influence behind it. Play Dredge, I mean. Yeah. I mean, Lovecraft was definitely one of those guys that was like a guy of his time. And he was very influenced by the ideas and prejudices of his time. So I choose to look at most of his work that way. Like he's like Francis Fukuyama in a way, because he's a good mirror of the prejudices of a certain era reflected back to the era. And yeah, you know, there's value in that kind of author, because even when they are wrong in extremely interesting ways. And I think that's something that often goes undervalued in conversations of, you know, I guess authors that are that fall out of fashion sometimes, you know. Because everyone can say, "Oh, this guy's wrong." Like, sure, that doesn't take a lot of insight. You know, Aristotle was wrong about a lot of things, but in the ways that he was wrong about some things, he was definitely wrong in interesting ways. And I think there's a lot of value in reading him because of that, because he's wrong in interesting ways. And you know, some people will look at like Greek philosophers and say, "Oh, look, this fucking idiot thought that the world was like made of water." You know, that everything was made of like very small particles of sand and things like that. But honestly, I find that like kind of an interesting, because I don't know. I find that sometimes with media or with art, there's definitely ways in which we can look at the world and look at people who are maybe cringe or are maybe not up to date on most modern sensibilities, and say like, "Oh, this guy, he was wrong in this way, or he was wrong on this other way," and things like that. Um, yeah. Okay, this is not the fish I'm looking for. Yeah, but there's a lot of things in which you can look at like a creative or at a person who does artwork or at a person who is expressive, and think of what they do in terms of like, how are they interesting? You know, they are wrong, but how are they wrong? It's kind of like Clive Staples Lewis, the author of the Narnia books, because the guy was like, in all sincerity, he was like a Catholic propagandist. I think it would be very hypocritical not to describe him any other way as like a Catholic propagandist. Uh, but um, you know, that doesn't stop a book like the Screwtape Letters from being an extremely interesting and valuable piece of literature, or at least I see it that way. Yes, although no one reads him for his opinions for the most part. Yeah. Well, I did, but I don't. Okay. Yeah, I guess I see what you mean. Okay, what do you know about Gale Cliffs? No. Tell me about oarfish. Yeah. Given that the oarfish has a long and fragile body, I suspect they live in a reasonably deep but calm water. Maybe the shelter. Okay. Okay, so I need to get a sense of what deep water is. This is the shelter, I think. I don't know, how deep is it? No, this is not the shelter. This is not deep at all. Is this deep? It is kinda deep. It's 9 meters. But the fish that are here are not our fish. Okay, maybe this is the shelter. 5 meters, 3 meters. No. Okay, this is 6 meters, 4 meters. Something tells me it's like an ocean fish. So let's look in the ocean. Okay, definitionally speaking, the ocean is gonna be very deep. So the ocean level depth is like 14, 15. Interesting. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, there's a rock over there, one of those talking rocks. Waterfall, I think? You mean like against a waterfall? I mean, if that's the case, that's super interesting. Okay, so there it is. It's not giving me a fishing option. Oh my god, you can actually go behind it. Oh, wow. Thank you. Oh, it's so goofy. I love it. A rotten chest sits atop a pile of rubble at the back of the cave. Hell yeah. Interesting. Lovely. Okay. Ah! The oarfish was lost overboard! No! That's so sad. Bruh. I'm so mad. All this time and we didn't get it. Okay, we're just gonna sell what we have. I'm taking you to the storage and to the shipyard here. This piece of metal needs to be sold. Also wanted to read on oceanic history. Yeah, it's interesting, I'm sure. I have not read too much about it, so I wouldn't be able to comment too much. I don't have too many intelligent things to say about it. Okay, so about those rare fish, I found an oarfish. To storage, to storage. That's all of them. Wow, I never thought I'd complete these records. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about? No, I guess. Is that all you have to say? Is that all you have to say to me? Oh my god, bruh. Okay. Well, 171. That means I only missing 59 fish right now. Yeah, see, the few that I am missing are fish of the ice. And I have like the majority of them. I could be fishing in the marrows for like these ones. And yeah, oh, I'm actually missing a lot of fish from the marrows. Who would have guessed? And also crabs? Oh my god. Interesting. I'm actually missing quite a few things from the marrows, so let's go to the marrows. Okay. So these are the marrows. I'm throwing my crab pots everywhere. Here's one. Here's another. And here's the last one. And the fish that I'm missing are oceanic fish that are aberrated, so they should be around here if they are somewhere. Da, 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 da. But actually, I've been streaming for a bit, haven't I? We're almost at 3 hours. I normally stop myself at 3 hours. Well, we're gonna do one lap and then, uh, yeah, we're gonna see other things. Okay, there's an aberrated oil spot. No, this is not the good one. I already have this fish. Mm-hmm. Okay. There is one aberrated spot here. Doesn't seem like it. Maybe here. No. Oh well. No, I guess it's done. I guess most of what can be done, uh, it has to be done like in some other time, in some other format now. Yeah, that fish is just the relicanth. Okay, maybe this one's interesting. No, it's just another relicanth. Oh putain. Okay, wait, no, I got it. Yeah. I am faster than he is, don't worry about it. Yeah, you're not following me anymore. Too bad I am not finding them. Okay, I shall banish the horrors beyond my comprehension. And I am coming here because I want to know how much money I have before I actually go to the trader and storage. Okay. This one is 40, and this one is 60, this one is 8. This one is 34, this one is 63, this one is 92, 51. This one he won't buy, 17, 28, 37, 15, 17. And here I also have this bigger bag of money, which is 172, and this one that is 63. And I can sell? No, I cannot sell him these things. Okay. How unfortunate. I think I already have all the items, all the abyssal items. And the research pieces that I got, they cannot be sold just yet. Now this guy, the dock worker, staring down at the water, he seems paralyzed in fear at what he sees. This guy has been confusing me all fucking game because I don't know what's scaring him. But I am sure it's something here in the marrows. Like there's something in the water that someone dropped that... yeah, he's probably annoyed by it. Anyway, I think we've done most of what we can do in one session. We finished the DLC. Like, we finished the oil rig DLC. All of the things that remain are really just like optional stuff that I'm not really interested in getting, which are, you know, ameliorations for the boat. But like the ameliorations that I want or wanted were these ones, you know, the fast engines. And yeah, as for collecting fish, that's normally something that I do on my off time. I only stream with you guys when I am trying to like advance the story. And I think that's the best because it's kind of like how Markiplier does his games as well. He looks at games and only ever does things when, you know, he only ever uploads the things that are like story advancements. Otherwise, he's just like uh, yeah, chilling. Also, a fun fact about Lovecraft: his oddly named cat was probably not really his cat. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so now we're going to the fishmonger and we're selling these big guys. And yeah. Lighthouse keeper, what is it? Okay, yeah. This is I'm going to do this once I finish the cliff. I'm just gonna rest. Wait, no. It isn't rest, it's save and quit. Yeah. Okay. There we go. We're back here. Okay. Oh my god. We have the same fucking laggy chat phenomenon. Let me just fix that again. I think I'm gonna have to do this like every single time. Or like either fix it some other way. Like the chat box, like there we go. Now it's updating. Okay, so thank you all for accompanying me. I had a very wonderful time. I've been meaning to finish the Iron Rig DLC for a while, and we finally did it. I think what remains is to clean the oil spill in the red area, but I will probably do that on my own time. And we are also going to be moving the next stream onto the final DLC, which is the ice one. The pale, whatever it was. And with that done, I think by the time we're done with the icy DLC, we're finishing the story. And I'm really excited because we have a very good concept of the thumbnail I want to make whenever we actually finish the story. So yeah, thank you all for attending. Have a rest. Good. I forget my own goodbye greeting. Have a good rest of your day / night, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye. Bye.